Batman Part 2. We are loving Colin Farrell's portrayal as the Penguin in the awesome, amazing The Penguin series, which you should be checking out because it is getting high praise from everywhere, from those who are normally toxic negative to those who are normally toxic positive to all things in between. So go check out The Penguin. But this video is not about that, even though Colin Farrell definitely deserves an Emmy. This video is about what type of gadgets should the Batman in the Batman Part 2 will be using. So yeah, let's go. Theory time! First off, we love the grounded portrayal of the Batman, but we also love even more how fantastical some of his gadgets were in the Batman movie. Fantastical gadgets like the contact lens that records everything, that allows Bruce to replay events that he has witnessed again and again, allowing him to really dive into his detective role as the Batman, because that's quite ingenious when you think about it. It's kind of how things normally are when you don't realize a certain thing the first time, replaying a movie or replaying like a case again and again, going over a case again and again. You'll see things or realize things you didn't notice the first time, allowing you to, figure out stuff that a person only seeing it once wouldn't. Or his bulletproof bat suit that can shift into a glide suit for aerial escapes, or his tank of a Batmobile that looks like a Charger, like a muscle car that can ram through concrete and cement and like really catch up to high speeding vehicles. That like a vial of like venom like liquid that when he injects it into himself gives him that boost of adrenaline. It could have just been a vial of adrenaline when I think about it, but it really helps in like high stakes scenario where he's like weak and beaten down, to give him that extra oomph to get back into the fight. His retractable grappling hook guns that come out of his gauntlets that allow him to pull himself quickly to high places, or to even pull others and enemies closer to him, to even his emergency, very useful batarang that also acts as the symbol on his chest. I mean, this Batman had a lot of fantastical gear that was still grounded in, modern advancing sciences, but was still like the cherry on top of the Batman movie. So you have to know in this new The Batman movie, he's going to have a new suit and new gadgets based off of the experiences he had in Part 1. Same with new vehicles, one of which being a new type of bat bike, which in this case would be a hover bike based off of the Hover Surf Scorpion 3. Yeah, this could be the Bat Bike 2.0. Alfred could bring it in a van during specific scenarios, and Batman could ride it all the way up to the top of high buildings he normally wouldn't be able to gain access through because of various locked doors and wasting time with stairs and elevators. And because we know his batsuit can retract the cape, we don't have to worry about it being stuck in the propellers once Batman takes off with it. And it'd be so cool imagery wise, because in the night of Gotham, during let's say a chase, it'll look like a giant bat's coming after you. And speaking of bats, the second type of fantastical gadget that Batman could use could be a drone. A portable drone that could be small and attached to his belt, that whenever Batman needs to do some surveillance in areas that he can't go himself, he can pop it off and have it start flying, controlling it through a remote control that would also be a part of his belt. It would be colored black and have like almost no sound while flying through the air, making it appear like a bat, hence the nickname, the Bat Drone. And I could also see this Batman using explosive plastique in the Batman Part 2, small clumps of clay that he can pull out of compartments of his belt to attach to doors, walls, what have you, and then just have the trigger also on his belt that he can press that will specifically trigger whichever clumps of clay that he has activated, so that not all of them go off at once, and that activated clay will have enough force to take down a door or a weak wall, allowing Batman to gain entry to wherever he needs to. And the last fantastical gadget that I could see Matt Reeves integrating into the Batman Part 2 without it feeling too much or giving Batman too much that it takes away from the story is a bat defibrillator / taser. Something he can make a part of his belt or take off when not in use and just keep it in a compartment in the Batmobile. The bat defibrillator can allow Batman, one, a way to bring even more pain to criminals by having it connect to circuitry in his suit that goes all the way to his hands, that allows him to literally taser people that he grabs, or even shock punch people that he's fighting against. just to make sure when they go down, they stay down. But also he can use that energy surge that if someone is like unconscious and their heart's slowing down or it has stopped, he can use that electrical current to like shock their heart back into pumping and, you know, shock them into being conscious. He could also do it with himself, where if, let's say, he's in that similar type of scenario where he's down for the count, but this time his heart has stopped or is slowing down, he can use that defibrillator to shock his own heart back into pumping again to get him back into the fight, which again would be so badass and extreme, but just the way we like it in the Batman. Yeah, it would be an awesome fantastical gadget for the Batman to be using, and the best part, it would also feel super grounded as well. So those were the list of fantastical gadgets that Matt Reeves can have the Batman use in the Batman Part 2. If you like my ideas and would like to see them in the Batman Part 2, please like, share, subscribe, and follow. If you have your own ideas of gadgetry that is fantastical but both grounded that the Batman could be using in Part 2, then comment those gadgets down below. And ring that notification bell for more videos like this. But until the next video, stay great.